Two boys, one podcast. Two boys, one podcast. Your movie connection. When it's time for reflecting, we make fun of each other. Then do film reviews. Winner or loser. Is this movie right for you? Nope, it sucks. Don't press your luck. You better listen to us. Two boys, one podcast.
Plus one other guy. That's me.
Woo! What? Welcome to Two Boys One Podcast with Nick.
Dun dun dun.
It's
Welcome to Two Boys One
Plus
Podcast.
Nick.
We are over prepared as per usual.
I would say that's what we excel at the most. Is being prepared.
Well, this
Succinct.
has been more prepared than usual. We have prepared for this podcast
At least three.
and then this is our first time we're
And
actually
it almost
recording it.
escaped it. Nick,
we're
you haven't.
ready.
Nick, say hello. Are you there? What is? Oh,
Hello.
jeez. I thought Zeke did something.
Not yet, but I did have him measured for a pine box.
Oh no.
So
Well, guys, before we get going, as we said, it's been a long time since we did this. I mean, it's been a darned 4 weeks.
It's been.
it's been 4 weeks since we
Yeah.
talked to you.
Anyways, I really get, like, I miss you guys, and I want to know more about you guys, so if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you guys just a few questions. Is that okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I felt like I missed you too until we started talking on this podcast.
No. I'm sure I'll win you over. I'll win you over by the end. Okay, you guys ready? Zeke,
ready.
what was the name of the street you grew up on?
Which time?
Whatever you would call your childhood hometown. What?
I would say that street would be called Bannock Avenue.
Check. Thank you. All right, Nick. What was your first pet's name?
My
Pets.
first
Your
what
first
name?
pet's name. And again, this is just to get to know you a little better. Yep,
Pet.
Dog, cat, fish, turtle, marmoset, chicken.
Zombie.
We had a dog, and her name was Sparky.
Her name was Dog.
Good. Zeke, what's your mother's maiden name?
Oh God.
Are you asking for pin numbers next?
No, I'm just trying to get to know you.
Halverson.
Good. All right, Nick. Answer this one very carefully. Who was your best childhood friend? Careful.
I can't.
Careful.
I can't.
No, go ahead. Be honest. I won't get that.
Oh, my dog Sparky.
Two Sparkies. Very good. Zeke,
That's why Sparky. had
who's
to
your
die.
favorite teacher?
In like what part of my life?
I mean, like say you were, asked this question to unlock something. What would you put there? Just hypothetical. What do you think you'd put?
What's going on here?
Well, that definitely changes my answer.
Just be honest. Please be honest.
and I have to also
Please,
go back and change
please
all
be
my
honest.
PIN numbers
Please.
and social
I don't know.
security
I'm
numbers.
just trying to get to know you, Zeke. What? Favorite teacher, please?
Are you going to offer me a bunch of money and reveal that you're a Saudi prince at the end of this?
I'm just trying to get to know you. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Who's your favorite teacher?
I'd say Mrs. Johnson.
One N or two?
What?
Two.
And final one, Nick. What is your father's middle name?
Bruce.
Go ahead. Something I've been curious about, over this past 4 weeks. I've been thinking, what is Nick's dad's middle name? I'd really like to know.
Whose middle name?
Your father. What's his middle name?
Oh, didn't
No,
you hear
what'd
me
you say?
before? I'm sorry. It's Bruce.
Sorry, that is my bad. Okay, thanks, fellas. Boy, now we're so much closer, don't you think?
Closer to being broke.
Why is that?
We're playing Mad Libs. Or something.
Your guys' finances are going to be just fine, let me tell you. Suckers. There it is. There it is. Old witchy Zeke the Witch.
So you, since our last, that's true. Since our last podcast, you started a new job, didn't you?
Yeah, sure did. And Zeke?
Mm-hmm. And how many people have you swindled out of money since then?
I mean, I found out, I just have an urge to get to know people. So, I mean, I've got a few fathers' middle names and, some street names, pets' names, and things like that. So, I mean, probably 42.
Playing the slow game?
42. 42.
42?
Yeah.
42. In your new job, do you get to carry a woodsman's pal?
Woodsman's pal, what is that?
Yeah,
It's a machete axe.
You're making that up, so nope, I sure have not.
No, it's a real thing. Because it's ever since last year, where you kept trying to get people to thank you, you've been an axe expert. So I went and looked one up, and I was just curious if since you are a woodsman, if you got to take a pal out there with you, and evidently you have not. You did not make any friends in the woods and carry one on your hip.
I'm sure Uncle Sam takes care of his own, and if this was a true product, I'm sure I would have a pal. But since there's not, no, I do not.
I heard that Smokey has one on each hip.
Screw Smokey, stupid bear. You know what he did?
Yeah, the one.
You know what he did just today at work?
He's probably smoking stogies and started a fire.
He stole my picnic basket. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Zeke, what is
I don't
this?
believe it.
Nick started a new job whilst we podcast. You didn't ask him about it.
No, because he doesn't have anything good to say.
Yeah.
You don't want to fucking know, brothers. You
Was
don't
that favoritism?
Don't ask.
You
Don't ask,
disgust
don't
me, Zeke. You disgust me. You're making
That's why we're 600
You're making
miles
me
apart.
angry, and I think you would definitely
I
prefer.
flew over you twice.
You would
Four
definitely prefer
times.
me
I've flown over you
if I
4
didn't
times since then. I was like, I waved,
raise my.
and then I went and used the bathroom and tried to
aggravation.
flush it out over the top of Afton and Afton. Did it rain just on you?
Yeah, I got rained on today.
See, You're
Nick,
welcome.
how's the new job? Shut up, Zeke.
It's been bad. It's been bad lately.
Yeah?
I don't want to get all down in the
Down in the
dumps, but-
D's. Okay. All right. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just because I'm out of shape. A lot of it's a lot of lifting and trying to be manly. And I pulled the muscle underneath my armpit.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
Let's see. What would you call that one? You guys took anatomy.
Oh, that's the serial trilateral. Is this right?
So my serial trilateral.
Yeah. This is good.
It's been pulled since last week. So every time I try to lift
You
something,
don't feel too good.
it feels like a sharp pain. It's hurt. It hurts a lot.
Huh.
And I gotta tough it out, or I look like a big pussy.
Have you started doing one-arm push-ups just to compensate?
Yeah, only on
Just
on
like that
side.
guy in
Sounds good.
Water,
Build it
that
back up.
Water movie with the M. Night Shyamalan. Remember that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Waterworld.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Bastard.
The shape of
Shape of
Waterworld.
Waterworld. Man, that's a good movie. That's a good movie. Oh my gosh.
Good movie.
Well,
Forget about it.
oh, I got a little PSA here, ladies and gentlemen. This is your. I'm thinking about it. If I do it, I think I'm probably breaking some work rules. So I think I can't do it. Damn it.
Breaking some what rules?
Okay.
Do it.
America.
Do it.
Hi, it's your friendly recreation worker for the Forest Service, Rob. If you're using an outhouse and say you're taking a number 2, as we all need to, I understand. But if you manage to get some on the floor or on the wall, for God's sake, clean it the fuck up. What the hell's the matter with you, you fucking freaks? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting. Animals.
Did this happen to you recently?
Why do you think I would just have that PSA? Huh? What do you think I'd do that for?
That's part of your job duties? Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I can't even. I can't even wipe my own butt without getting grossed out. I can't imagine trying to clean up somebody else's.
I mean, it's karma. I've done some bad things in my life, and they come to bite me in the ass. Some people.
Maybe this person was trying to reenact the 1986 Irish hunger strikes, and in the prison, and just paint the walls, and they weren't able to finish. They went to go get more paint. In this case, build up so they could finish the job, and you interrupted. You interrupted.
I wish I would.
You interrupted.
I wish I would have interrupted this little freak. Let me tell you. Whew. But yeah, I was gagging pretty good.
Oh yuck! I would be too.
So this is part of your new.
It was
job.
part of the old job too.
Are you on prison duty?
Shit, dude, it's just you got to take care of the outhouses, man.
So are they really outhouses? Is it just a hole in the ground?
Yeah, we call them a vault toilet. It's got a little, it's like a little wall. I don't know. Go to goddamn Newton Hills. You're right there. Look at those bathrooms. That's what it is.
All right, and you clean
Yeah.
those. You
How
clean
many
those
times?
rather just.
Yes. You guys don't listen to me today.
I'd just throw a bunch of raccoons in there.
Let's just say it's not my favorite part of the job, and I said that as a private citizen, not as a representative of the government. Yeah. Okay. My ass is covered, huh?
Zeke mentioned using raccoons. Do you have loose raccoons at
Yep. Shit cleaning raccoons. Yep.
Well,
They're very expensive. Yeah.
really? You can use them?
Well, I don't have that
Really?
certificate. I'm not certified
Some people
yet.
prefer them instead of toilet paper. That's why they have stripes.
And that mask, that's not pig. That's not pigment.
They don't even want to see it.
That's not pigment.
Shit.
Okay.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Well,
Name one good thing about your job. We've got the shitty. Let's hear the good.
I saw a bald eagle yesterday, and it was so majestic, and it flew over the field, and then it landed in the field, and I ran after it, and I said, "Hey, eagle, you got the balls? You think you're cool? Come at me, brah. Come at me." And I started running. I picked up a rock and I threw it, and I way overshot it. And he got a look at me, and he peed a little bit, and then he pooped, and he flew away. He didn't want none of this because he's a chicken. He's not a hawk. He's a chicken.
He's a chicken eagle?
Just
chicken
a
eagle.
Chicken. So I mean, that's a good part. I get to fight.
You threw a rock at a bald eagle.
I say this as a private. Boy, if this ever gets out. No, I saw a bald eagle, but he didn't land. That was good. I don't know. I just like being outside. That's nice.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome.
He gets to wield a big axe, but they don't give him a woodsman's pal.
Doesn't exist.
Can you chop wood? Are you pretty good at chopping wood at this point?
I mean, I'm fair. I'll say I'm fair.
What's the secret? What's the tip for us?
Wrench the back as hard as you can. Just like kind of twist your back, so like your feet are forward, but your torso is to the right or left, and then just swing it as hard as you can. Make sure your legs are completely still and use your back completely.
Okay.
That's what.
See, I put all the power in my hips. No, I didn't realize.
Common mistake, And
it's
the more you know.
It's a twist. It's that twist, but I'm getting it wrong.
So you mean to tell me that when I don't even stand over it, I just throw it at the tree? That's not right.
I mean, if you have enough axes or you like walking back and forth, I'm sure eventually you'd probably just work. I mean.
And that's how I do it. I once cut a tree down with a machete, and throwing the axe at the tree seems easier.
Why didn't you use your woodsman pal?
Because I didn't have one.
It doesn't exist.
It does too.
Yeah,
I
you
one
can
in
go
my
get
hand
a
yesterday.
woodsman's axe pal, and then you can go carve a snow cone shop into Washington's nose. Why don't you? You're such.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go get a woodsman's
every
pal,
other
and I'm gonna go out in the woods. And
every
I'm gonna
other
start carving a path through the
every
forest on my
other
way
word
to
out of your
Afton,
mouth
and that's all
is
gonna
a
say,
goddamn
"See, Rob,
lie.
see."
Zeke.
It's just gonna say "See, Rob." Every line,
Nick.
every tree. See,
Nick, I
Rob. See.
Nick, I need you to back me up.
And I'm
That's
just
a
gonna
sec-
walk into Afton, dragging it with me, causing sparks
We're
down
not
the
even
middle of
talking about the
highway.
movie.
I'll be
Listen to
standing
this.
underneath the world's
Listen to this
largest
asshole.
arch. It'll be like
Shut
world's
up.
largest antler arch, and it'll be me with the
Nobody
woodsman
can hear-
pals screaming, "See, Rob! See!"
Jesus, Nick, I need you to back me up. I don't think I
That's Zeke
I don't-
Canton, South Dakota.
I don't think I like Zeke when he's angry. What do you think?
It's been two casts in a row where I get nothing but yell.
Zeke,
yell.
we don't
But it does
we
sound
don't like you
fake.
when you're angry.
Zeke, I do have to say.
I don't either. Yeah, we don't. He's right.
Your votes are not counted.
You're a real jerk.
Zeke, what have you been doing?
Flying around.
Hope your arms didn't get tired.
I get in a little, mostly self-contained shell.
Fuselage.
Sheldon from Garfield
probably
and
more of a
Friends.
fuselage. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just flap my arms really hard, and it's more aerodynamic than just a torso flying.
What do you do
through
about the
sky.
flying chuds?
Works out
When-
pretty well. No.
When you tell people that you're from South Dakota, are they always like, "Oh, that flyover state"?
You boy.
Is that what they say?
No, they usually get it confused with North Dakota, but they know where Mount Rushmore is.
It's weird, and they think that's in North Dakota. Buffoons. What buffoons?
Well, they don't really understand. They kind of think it's just all one big Dakota.
Kinda is.
It's not. I mean, so in some cases, like if they're from New York and we're having this discussion, then to help them remember, I repeat their name, and then followed by New Jersey.
Hey!
So that I'm getting New York and New
Hey,
Jersey.
South Dakota, what? The flyover
That
state?
usually helps sort it out. Yeah.
Hey!
But you guys were on the band trip, right? Nick, weren't you in band?
Hey, I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. So, like when we were in Florida for the band trip, people thought that South Dakota was South Carolina.
Hey, where's
South
South
Dakota?
Dakota?
Carolina?
Watch it. Watch where I'm walking.
Yeah, that happened.
said
numerous
South
times.
Carolina?
They said we're from South Dakota. No, they said they thought that South Dakota was the same state as South
We
Carolina.
need to make a new state, South Carolina, I think. Is that...
I want to start a new state called Hey You Dummies.
Hey, you dummy!
We were in the South. Just not to be a jerk, but we were in the South, so you know how they're educated.
They're all like, South Dakota, that's a... What's that? Is that a
God bless
state
America.
Yeah, we
or
were
what?
in the part of Florida that sounded like we were in Alabama, evidently.
Boy, watch out for them gators in the
you guys
Everglades.
In the backwoods of yeah, just oh god.
Did when we went to Daytona Beach, did you guys go in the ocean?
Yeah.
No,
You weren't
not?
scared? No. Do you remember? Don't you remember how murky it was? Ooh,
Yeah, but I mean, I went in there still.
stupid.
Well, Koopsma wouldn't even stick his feet in the water.
I know. I wouldn't either.
What about no?
It was murky.
murky. But you go swimming in a lake.
Dan's afraid of sharks.
Murky ass. Ugh.
Like I catch a lot of heat in California when I because I'm timid when I'm in the open water,
Well, I would be too.
which I feel
I
like
like
is a natural
love it.
development from
I love
growing
it.
up where we did.
It's my favorite.
But at least I'm in there. I got off of a surfboard once when I saw an octopus
no,
swim
you're-
underneath me, and I said,
Oh,
"Nope,
yeah.
that's enough. I'm done."
One time when I was surfing, I saw an octopus. Yeah, you're so cool, Zeke. You're cool. everybody knows you're a big jet setter, flying all over the place, going surfing, catching octopuses. Yeah, okay.
Fly over states, octopus under my feet, pooping on Rob. I mean, come on, get
Yeah.
over yourself. No, I have the same thing, Zeke. I have that phobia of
Agoraphobia? I don't.
fear of
Or maybe it's water.
yeah,
I think it's called thalassophobia.
that water one, the open water one.
Well, I get so much heat from it out there that I went to a surf shop when they were
Here it
getting a
goes
new board,
again.
and I bought a shirt that said "Fear," and I bought a shirt that says "Fear the Sea." And now every time I'm around the water, the guy that I bought it with he texts me "Fear the Sea." Fear the sea. If I post a picture of open water, he'll comment
sea.
underneath it, "Fear the sea," because that follows me around everywhere I go now.
Good.
There's a great subreddit for that. It shows very creepy pictures of things
For good
like
reason.
this.
I mean, there are goblin sharks out there. Have you seen those things?
Oh,
don't ever
you could
wanna
take
be
one.
around
You
them.
could take one.
Giant squid. Those fuckers way
Real
down
wusses.
deep. Not even
Real
creepier
wussies.
than them. Ugh.
Kraken.
I would like to do a shark dive sometime. I think because it scares me, I just want to
That
do
doesn't
it.
make a lot of sense.
I'm with you. It's one of my one of the things I really want to do too, Zeke. Maybe we
Let's
need
do
to do
it.
this to conquer
Yeah.
our fear here.
I think so. I don't think I'll conquer the fear, but I want to do it despite my fear. And I feel like more sharks will come in because they can smell the amount of fear I'm emitting.
South Africa,
Idiots.
right? That's
Yeah,
probably like the
yeah.
best place to do it.
Just
Yeah,
a
and then
bunch
Rob,
of
you can come and
dum-dums.
clean up all the shit that I leave behind. It'll
Clean
be
up your
great.
chum.
Not the shark.
Hey, here's the chum of my
Yep.
chums.
Chum. You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah. I like
God, it's been a very, very long time, and I wrote down some notes of things to talk about, but I know we can't talk about them all.
Our
so,
kayak is already going against the current here. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Our portage was derailed.
Nick, do you feel up to a little homey work? Hello.
Was it?
Oh,
What?
home. Did you? There's a thing we told you had to do it, and
He's asking about your homework.
Oh yeah. I watched movies. Yeah, I watched movies.
Do you want?
really-
We don't have to. You can just tell me,
watched-
and I can mark them down because I am
wa-
keeping track, bub.
I watched 5 of them. They Live, Tango and Cash, The Thing, Clockers, and Bad Lieutenant.
Okay.
I have notes, but I think that'll take a long time, and they're not really that funny this time around. They're just more like, even with Tango and Cash, the funniest ones, actually the last one, it just says my pen's running out of ink, and I'm too lazy to get a new pen, so
You didn't like Tango and Cash?
fuck no.
Come on, son.
Do you want to go through these real quick or not?
Hit us.
Real quick.
If you can you do it real quick? Maybe just say.
I'll do it as quick
maybe
as I
you
can. I'll do it as quick as I can.
Okay. All right. You got 5 minutes.
We'll just do, okay, 5 minutes. Here we go. They Live. Rob introduced this to me years ago.
4 minutes, 2 seconds.
Thank you for that, by the way. Should be required in 11th grade curriculum. At least a short story. Rob, have you read the short story? Worth reading?
Yes.
Question
Yes.
mark.
Yes. Zeke.
Question mark. Are you bringing that up because we talked about it on the podcast? Have you listened
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the podcast?
Yes, I have. And I don't remember because you guys have thrown me through so many goddamn hoops. I'm sick of it. And I don't want to talk about it.
You're okay. It's fine.
Okay, full of great liners. Can't wait for the fight.
Oh, that's a long fight.
Best fight ever. And, oh, and I have a new rating system. It's what did I use? Okay, I can't remember. Oh, here we go. So it's either burn. Pretend like you have the option to buy the movie. That's kind of the whole idea. So you burn it, you avoid it, you rent it, you buy it, or you criterion it.
Okay. Yeah.
Criterion it.
Yeah,
Verb.
Gotcha.
Criterion it.
What do you do? What are you doing? Did they live?
What They Live, you buy that. You buy it.
Bye. There you go, folks. All right, Tango and Cash.
Bye. Tango and Cash. Never seen. This movie does not beat around the bush.
Nope.
Car chase. Bad. What does this say? Can't read it. Assassination attempt. Foot race. Car chase. Boobs. How in the hell did they insure cops in the 80s? So careless. Man, you better not hurt those mice.
What about when they went through that big industrial fan? That was neat. They made it through there somehow. I don't remember, but they did it.
I think it was Stallone actually came back and he shoved something in there.
Yeah, he shoved a big wrench through it.
And he's like, hurry, I can't hold it, Tango or Cash or whoever you are.
Get on through, partner. Okay, all right.
One of my worst fears is going to prison. Cash seems like he'd be a Trump supporter, and this is I ran out of ink, and I just uninterested in the movie. Avoid. This movie is an avoid. It's not a bird. It's a
avoid. Gotcha. Which one was Tango? Which one was Cash? I don't
Tango.
remember. Who's the conservative? Cash is Stallone.
You guys both suck. That movie's fantastic.
I liked it just fine.
Cash is Stallone. Ray Tango.
Zeke,
is
calm down.
No, sorry. Ray Tango is Stallone. Cash is
Russell's the conservative.
There's really good 80s action movies, and I'm afraid Tango and Cash does not fall in that category. Like,
you are not helping your chances of becoming a full host at all.
I don't care. I'm gonna be honest, because
it's the best policy.
I mean, it's got the cheesy, crappy action soundtrack, and I like Kurt Russell. I think he was really good in it. But other than that, I would like to take a pooper on it.
Really?
So there's that.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, moving on. The Thing. What do you think?
Move to strike.
Yeah. Don't shut up.
Sorry. All right, The Thing. I've only actually seen bits and pieces of it, just on cable TV. So, let's see. Norwegians can't shoot worth shit.
No, he's in a helicopter.
It ain't the dog. I'm not falling for it. Okay, it's the dog. Cool makeup. Let's see. Oh, here's my projected kill list, and then I started naming names, and then I didn't realize the cast was so big, so I quit. Let's see. I'm gonna skip that one. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. So basically, I gave it a. I absolutely loved it. It's a Criterion. That's what I'm gonna buy.
Your chances are looking much better now.
Love it.
Very good.
It really was. It's just as far as the makeup alone and just like shock value. It holds up for when it came out. Clockers. The only thing I gotta say, and I already texted it out to you, is Mookie got a job. And, Mookie, why don't you get a job, Mookie?
It's back. It's back, everyone. Hooray.
Rating avoid. I gave Clockers an avoid rating. I did like the soundtrack. You got to hear some Seal was in there, and to me it just seemed like a Spike Lee after school special is what it came out to me. And Bad Lieutenant, hadn't seen it. I did like the Port of New Orleans one with Nicolas Cage. That was pretty cool.
Do you agree? He agrees. He definitely liked that Dawn.
Harvey. There was a Harvey Wiener.
Yeah, how'd you like that? How'd you like that whole?
You guys know? Yeah. It was. I mean, it's a Harvey Wiener sighting. I'll tell you what. It was a very odd movie. To me, it was kind of just like a.
That's him freaking out.
Yeah. It's truly a portrait of somebody that is hitting rock bottom, truly hitting rock bottom. So the ending made it even more
confusing.
more heartbreaking. But I did like it. It's between a rent and a buy.
Oh wow, that's pretty
You know,
high.
Nick, your stock dropped a little bit more. It's a little bit less likely.
Yeah, we both. I think.
Just because it tango and cash.
A big part of that. But also because the Harvey Wiener sighting takes place in a film he did with his child daughter.
I do remember you talking about that in your podcast. I do remember that. And I also remember the you guys did screw up the Dog Day Afternoon Serpico deal. You did screw that up, by the way.
I just corrected that in our group text just 2 nights.
Yeah, Rob corrected it.
In a group text, but not on the
I don't
podcast.
make mistakes. I stand by what I said. Okay.
Anyways, moving on. I have been keeping up.
Well, thank you, sir.
There was just some brief. Thank you, guys.
Nick, I've got some great news for you. You are in for the next 2 movies. If you go in order, you are just... Oh, you're in for two delectable treats. I'm talking double-decker ice cream cones, man. Next is Video Dead, followed by Ninja Academy. Are you excited?
Yeah, the rest aren't looking really appealing.
What?
So Rob, looking at his checked out sheet, has he seen all of them now in a row except for
Yes.
Foot Cheerleader?
Forget. I hope you would have.
No, I got it marked down, buddy.
All right.
So you're gonna love, particularly Ninja Academy. You're
headed
really
right
gonna-
into the heart of
really gonna
darkness.
love it.
It's like the perfect storm.
You're
heading
gonna
your
love
way.
it. I guarantee it.
And you know how that
I
ended
guarantee
for good old George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg. It's gonna end the same for you, my friend.
There's not really, guys. Like I'm looking at these, and there's nothing fun.
Harry Met
left.
Sally, Running Man. Come on, those are fun.
Live and Let Die. No way. Superman 2. I've seen it. I don't care. Sisters.
Bruce.
Boring.
Oh yeah.
Brewster
Oh, yeah.
Blood.
Frog.
Frogs.
Frog, not frogs.
Frog?
Frogs
He
is
said
the
that
sequel.
He said that last time too. Okay. Oh, so it's the first one.
Yeah. There's no punctuation in the title. Of this. Dude, Running Man. When Harry Met Sally. Come on. At least when Harry Met Sally.
Go ahead. Tell me your life story.
It takes a lot. It really takes a lot to keep my focus during some of these.
Welcome to
try
our
harder.
world.
Yeah.
Zeke, I mean Nick.
It's
Nick,
good to be a part.
Try not to be such a little bitch about it.
Jeez.
Hey!
Holy cow!
Hey!
Zeke, you're on timeout.
Tango and Cash is the
timeout.
worst action movie
Go sit in the
I've
corner.
ever seen.
Go sit in the corner.
No,
Ever
I'm sitting next to a toilet
seen.
already.
Put your head in it.
Tango and
Put your face
shit.
in that thing. Uncalled for. Oh my gosh. Good, thank you. Damn it! Now I forgot what I was going to say. Well, I guess it wasn't important. Oh yeah, Nick. To fully become part of the podcast, you have to know where we came from. You know what I mean? You gotta.
Oh yeah.
You gotta know
I
where
agree.
we've been before we know
your
where
face
we're
in that
going.
toilet.
I totally agree.
Anyways,
I absolutely agree.
you're a good
don't have
sport.
to
You're a
like
good
it to
sport,
agree with it.
and I appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you guys letting me be a part of it.
He doesn't.
Do you want me? So we missed my holiday on
Yep,
Monday, but we will be discussing it on an upcoming one.
Yeah,
I
No,
don't know,
we'll be dedicating a special podcast to it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your holiday? Not
Well,
what
I'd
you're
first
gonna
like to
have us
ask Nick, do you want to do a late episode? Because you do get the full episode, or do you want to pick a different holiday?
Oh no! I'd
Okay,
like to
okay,
stick to the
sounds good.
same holiday, if that's
So
all right.
let us know, what is this? What holiday are we celebrating?
We are celebrating. This is according to the, I think it's the UN website,
The United.
the World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development. So basically, it's just foreign films. That's all it really is.
Cool.
So it's it lands on May 21st, which is
2 days ago. Yeah. We missed it. I'm sorry about that.
To today. It's today. And because, but yeah, that's it. 5 foreign films were handed out to my friends here, and they're currently watching them. And we will We will have an episode dedicated to that shortly.
Life got on top of, we were busy and sorry, Nick, but there will be a special episode.
No.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen any of them yet? You don't have to say what they are, but have you guys? Oh, I know Zeke has.
No, I'm sorry.
Rob, have you
planning
seen
on
any
starting.
yet?
I'm sorry. Nope, I haven't.
No, that's okay. Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you're cleaning shit, man. That ain't fun.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Honest work.
It better be.
No, I'm usually lying most of the time, so can't even say it's honest work. Well, you guys have made a cuckold of me again.
So I was gonna ask with your new when you have a shit day like that, do you ever make makeshift bidets?
Yeah, big time. We use we get shit dolphins down there, and they just spray it up through their blowholes.
Just through the blowhole. The shit eating dolphins.
Breathing. They're not eating. We have to throw fish down there. They breathe the shit. They don't eat the shit. And so I mean it's kind of like rubbing dirt on dirt, but at least there's something. That's your government at work, folks. I say that as a
the shit dolphins, nature's bidet.
Nature's bidet. Okay, I'm moving. We're gonna talk. It's time. Are you ready? Nick, are you ready? Jeez. Okay.
I'm ready.
Zeke, wig, it's time for the next segment. Zeke, and Nick, how are you guys doing? Time to talk about a movie, it's gonna be really good. Burke Hare.
Alrighty, welcome to Zeke Week.
All right, so
Zeke Week.
This
Zeke Week.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
you, Nick. Yeah, all right. What movie did we watch, or did you guys watch?
So, this week we watched Burke Hare. We connected Tim Curry from Legend to this film, and this film stars Simon Pegg and Andy Serkis. So William Burke and William Hare, respectively, are scratching out a living in the 1820s Edinburgh. After yet another failed business venture, they return to Hare's lodging house to find that a tenant has suddenly died on rent day. As the boys decide how to dispose of the body over a drink, they discover that a corpse can fetch a hefty price.
Like garbage bags? Hefty. Garbage bags?
Hefty. So, what do you guys think that the synopsis after watching it should have been?
Go ahead.
There's a couple of schmucks and they're selling snake oil, only it's moss, and and I wish I could have had some because I really wanted to clear up my boils, and then they don't have any money. And it's really bad for them, and then they're kind of yucking around all over the place, and then this guy dies, and they sell his body, and then they made a money from it, and then they start killing people, and it's a very serious movie, and they're not being serious. Made me feel bad. How's that? Is that pretty good?
You should feel bad.
It's all right. It's all right.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
Couple of schmucks being idiots. How's that?
What'd you think, Nick?
I thought the tone was way off. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's a great old story that everybody kind of knows about. That the script just, I don't know. It was trying too hard.
I agree.
It was full of cheap laughs, and it almost needed to be more of like a dramedy and slapstick style they were going for.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you
yeah,
think?
I'd agree with that. Was trying real hard to be funny, and I did get a couple of chuckles out of it, but it was trying to be something that it did not succeed to be.
I liked it.
Oh, you're an idiot.
You both are wrong. I liked the approach of it was kind of like a gentleman's guide to love and murder. Like they were trying to just kind of be more than they were as characters and live that lifestyle that was continually out of reach. But I liked the throwbacks to some people that lived later, like historically. They tried to include them. I really liked the reference to Doctor from Spies Like Us. Also, the woman Lucky in it. I think that bourbon porridge should be incorporated more into an everyday lifestyle. She really owned that well. I assume it's just cream of wheat and red velvet, but I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, you can work that into your egg and whiskey routine, yeah.
Right?
That's a part of a square breakfast, round, whatever the hell they call it.
I mean, it's just like a
Yeah, there you
staple.
go.
When Guillermo del Toro remakes the Hobbit trilogy, with dwarves as the main driving force rather than hobbits, I think that Andy Serkis should play a hobbit instead of Gollum, and Simon Pegg should also play rather play a hobbit. They should both play dwarves, and that way it'll actually turn out the way God intended.
Wait, God intended? What do you mean?
Yeah. When the movie started and closed, I thought that Bill Bailey was actually Simon Pegg, the hangman guy. I thought at the beginning that was Simon Pegg with makeup.
I see. And that's what.
But I liked the first person.
And that's what God intended was that.
That brings
that
up
guy
a
to be- Continue. Sorry.
You bring up a good point as far as that other guy. It's an amazing cast. That's why I'm even more disappointed, because they could have done so much more with that, with what they had working with them.
Yeah.
I'm very.
But I liked that there's nothing really to compare it to. It's not super dark.
It should have been though.
I don't think so. I think it was like with that kind of cast, you don't do a really dark film. You don't have Simon Pegg in a dark movie and have it
I
work.
think you could.
Well, okay, maybe it was miscast then, but I don't know. I don't know. I know there was a lot of inside jokes, a lot of historical inside jokes going on that I'd read about. So, obviously maybe it played a lot better to the British crowd, but I like I said before, I think the story deserves a better effort. Maybe not necessarily
Sing
a
it, brother.
comedy.
Yeah.
My name is Nick, and I'm here to say I think Burke Hare is not here to stay. So let's try again.
But Burke is still on display in Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
In the Anatomy Lab. Like when they in the end credits, that's really his skeleton.
Yeah. Who
It's
cares?
still there.
Have you
Kind
seen?
of a
Have
fun
you have you been there before?
I have been to Edinburgh Castle before, but I did not. If we would have done this podcast before I was there, I would have. But no, I did a film over there, and we spent 2 days just roaming around Edinburgh. It
Did you
was
go
a
to
lot
the
of fun.
Greyfriars Bobby?
What?
I don't know. Greyfriars isn't that a big thing over there? There's a Greyfriars cemetery or something. You don't. You haven't. You haven't.
I don't-
been there.
I don't know.
If you don't know Greyfriars,
I went
Yeah.
pub crawling, but I don't know that. What did you guys have any lines in the film that you actually liked?
I didn't write any down.
nope. Sure didn't.
I liked Have You Gone Mad? No, Willie. We've gone into business. I also liked, Willie, I had confidence in a fart once,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
shat all over myself. That was good. And then
I do-
I liked Is She Dead? Yeah, she snuffed it.
Little.
I thought those were all good. John Landis directed this.
Yeah.
That's another disappointing part.
John Landis also had a cameo in 50-Foot Cheerleader.
Neat. What else has he done? I know I looked it up, but now I forgot. It was like, you guys come out. What'd he do? What this old guy direct?
American Werewolf
That's it,
in
that's
London.
Gotcha.
he did. He's infamous for that Twilight Zone.
That's
like,
it. Yeah. The
that-
helicopter.
That the helicopter thing. But he's done some neato stuff. Neato. I think he did Spies Like Us.
Yeah, he did. I remember seeing it.
So for a while, Dan Aykroyd was rumored to be a part of this movie, and then it didn't work out for scheduling. So that's why they put in the doctor line from.
Hey, buddy,
Spies
they
Like
said.
Us. But I really liked the inside jokes of the film. I've been looking forward to this one for a while, so I'm glad we finally connected it. I also like Slag Your Hook and Bollocks. They used that a lot. And I like that they incorporated Hamlet, right?
What?
No, Macbeth. They incorporated Macbeth.
Macbeth, yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is one I really. I assume Zeke, you were really. This seems like you're kind of.
I don't get it. So Zeke, all the movie needs is for them to say bollocks, to have Macbeth,
and Slag Your Hook.
Okay, so all right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if I'd been a part of this film, like the production, I would have been happy with the way that it turned out.
Sure.
Like, there weren't a lot of mistakes.
Fair. I'll give it that.
I think that based on the script that they set out to make, it's what they ended up with, and that doesn't happen very often. So I think from that aspect, I really did enjoy it, and I really liked the performance I liked the dynamic between Peg and Circus. I thought that was really good.
I guess David Tennant was supposed to, he was locked in. I can't remember which one he was going to play. I think Simon Pegg's character, but he was shooting a pilot or something for CBS or ABC,
Hope they're okay.
and they said,
A pox on you, is what they said.
Pox on you. I saw Stephen Merchant. I like that. I like him.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, that was cool seeing him pop up.
This was based on true events. We need to say that. At least the Burke Hare, real people. They lived in Edinburgh, and they really was with the boarding house and killing people and selling the bodies to universities.
17 people they killed.
Yeah.
It doesn't say how many people they sold. It says that they killed 17. And it does seem like they were, they got better at it as they went. But only one of them was actually executed.
Yeah. Huh.
That's true. Hare got away with it. Like he and Lucky did end up really getting the seal from the King of England. And Burke, who... It seems like the movie laid it out a little bit better, like it made it more comical, but in real life, they had kind of turned on each other when they were arrested. And Burke, not taking it as serious as it was, confessed, but then when he realized that Hare was going to get away with it and walk, then he made a more in-depth testimony, but it was all for naught because the immunity had already been granted. And he done got hung. And that was that. But his body is still on display, which is crazy. Like they were selling all of these bodies to surgeons because they were that was kind of the heyday for anatomy in that time in that area. And he ended up becoming one of his own, like he ended up becoming a lab body, which was kind of ironic. And then there were some depictions of Knox, which was one of the surgeons, and the papers of the day had him drawn as like a demon sawing people up. So there was a lot of propaganda at the time too, because they just didn't understand what was going on.
Neat. Zeke, you're my favorite teacher. Don't remember I said that. Don't write that down. Okay.
I liked the film, the iliographics that turned into photos. I thought that I always like seeing photo labs when they were just developing the film and learning all those techniques. It doesn't happen very often, and I always like seeing those tintypes. I liked that. But yeah, that's my take on the film. I enjoyed it.
Okay, all right. Are you favorite parts real quick?
Round the horn.
Who's sitting where?
Nick, go ahead.
I don't know. Wheelbarrow going through the window. Crash, bang, boom.
Nick loved it. Okay, I'll go next. I liked when they were going to kill the fat man, and then he was having a heart attack, and they, "Are you okay? Are you going to be okay?" That I got a kick out of that.
Yeah,
So
that was pretty good. Can I jump on
yeah,
that
sure
one with
thing.
you?
Come
That was
aboard,
pretty
buddy.
good.
I think most of the deaths were really good. Like the who was the old man that they suffocated? Christopher Lee. Like that death was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Christopher.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, you're right.
I think my
Nothing. Go ahead.
No, my favorite part was at the beginning when they hanged that old woman
Yeah.
for being a witch or whatever. I loved that. I hope it's warmer than it is here, and then she spits at the crowd.
Good. Good for her.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a good open. I really liked the casual nature of the hangman, and it was just like a day-to-day thing. I thought that was a really good character.
Selling them bodies for a
Yeah.
couple of pounds.
Girls got to eat, man.
Girls gotta eat.
I also liked the dog that was based on a real thing. The dog that was guarding the grave. That dog evidently, after its owner died, stayed in front of its grave for
Talented.
a long time. I don't know if it was years, but it was a long time. That just is a grave dog guard.
It's heartwarming.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. There you go.
Don't you think it deserves a better adaptation, Zeke?
I mean, I think
Coming from your passion, you obviously love this story. I just feel like you deserve a much more, maybe a little more realistic take. From
Well, I think that I mean, Jack the Ripper's been overdone because nobody really knows what happens there. Like that period is always interesting. Period dramas are always difficult, but I think that with serial killers, you always end up with like a very stereotypical thriller, and this wasn't that. And I just liked the different approach to that.
Cool.
So,
I can respect that. I can respect that, brother. I can respect that. No, that's cool, man.
so I liked the dissection scenes.
You're a weirdo.
All of those were better than Sisters. You know.
Oof, yeah, that's.
Have you guys watched Have you guys seen the Nick with Clive
Yeah.
Owen?
The
Yep.
Nick?
The Nick. It was on Cinemax. I think there's 2 seasons of it with Clive Owen. It's,
Yeah, I haven't seen season 2, but I've seen season 1.
Yeah. It didn't. Obviously, it didn't. It kind of reminded me of that just early. I think 19th century.
Yeah,
surgery
well, I
and
mean,
medicine.
It's just so much. It was so brutal. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you had cocaine and heroin they were trying to use as painkillers, and
yeah.
but that's it. It's just I think that's what's so appealing to that type, and like having a comedy or a straight up drama like the Nick is, just to see what those environmental restrictions were and the chaos that they had to go through to just get bodies was crazy.
I know.
And I mean, you're looking at it for the ends justify the means, but the means were horrifying.
Brutal. Yeah. But still interesting as hell.
Absolutely.
I couldn't. Yeah, I would have loved to have been a part of that. The killing that is.
If they ever do remake Burke Hare, I hope they call it the Westport Murders. If they do make like a straight up horror film about it, I think that'd be fun to see too. But I think it'd have to be more of an independent film rather than a big production, just because of you just don't see a lot of really good horror films with a huge budget. So I'd rather see an independent, and you don't see a lot of independent films that are from period pieces. So it's tough to say.
Tough to say.
But this is Landis's. When this one happened, this was John Landis's first film in 20 years.
I'd like to see. Yeah, I know. I know. I read about that too, which is kind of. I think he was. I don't know. Yeah, a little rough on the edges or whatever. I don't know. But yeah. I'd like to see the folks behind that Tom Hardy show. I forget what it's called right now. The name Taboo.
Oh yeah, I've seen season 1 of that. Yeah, if they made it, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah. That tone with they for some reason they got that. Well, it's an interesting show. I think they could get that story, that tone right.
If you could get the people to team up between Taboo and the Nick, I think you'd have the right people to make this a dark show. But I think the funniest scenes in the film were the murders, and so like to go from a straight like comedy of that to just a straight horror, it'd be tough to get that level of drama built up when it does seem like in real life these guys just fumbled through it and managed to get their legs under them before they were turned in later. But the first ones just did seem funny reading about them, like not funny to the people who were murdered, but like that they weren't caught and they were just kind of like it was an opportunity that they were able to take advantage of at the time.
Sure.
I got a hankering to play Taboo. You guys want to play Taboo with me?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Boy, joke didn't land. Didn't Jonathan Landis? How about that one? Nope. Two no laughs. Okay, copy that. Won't make that joke again. Okay.
So, what would you guys rate it?
You got one choice, boy. Sex or the saw. Sex is nobody knows. But the saw is family. It's family.
Okay. Good. Wait till Granddad hears about this. Okay, I'm ready to sex or the saw it. I'll go first. Is that okay, guys? Okay. So, if this was a first date, it would be I would walk her home, and we'd agree to go on a second date. That is what. So it's sex, but just barely. No kisses.
I feel like you've used the just barely a couple times.
Yeah,
now.
but I mean, before those were like a little peck on the cheek. That's a little better than a good old handshake and a see you down the road thing. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't touch braids?
Braids? Like your hair? Only if it was
like
French.
an avatar.
Oh, gross. That's weird. I don't like that part of the movie. It made me uncomfortable. Weird things. Okay.
How about you, Nick? So Rob gives it like a 51%.
50.
All right.
Okay, out of the burn, avoid, rent, buy criterion. What did I put? Where did I put it? I put avoid.
Oh my gosh.
Avoid.
Really?
Don't burn it.
I thought I was going to get a burn.
You guys
I thought I was
are
going to get a
crazy.
burn.
You guys are both crazy. Rob, I feel like you've blocked out all of the films we've watched leading up to this point. And Nick, in about 2 weeks, you're going to have realized that the error of your ways and put
I
this
don't know,
on a
you know?
pedestal and want to put it into the Criterion collection.
Maybe I've forgotten. For me, it's been a pretty long string of stuff I've really enjoyed quite a good little bit. I think 50%. I mean, compared to the other ones, then yeah, I guess it'd be more like a, some sort of a dirty thing,
See, I bought this. It cost me
Yeah.
$10, and I'm going to stick to the original rating system because I'm not a trader. And I'm rating it based on it's a really difficult film to buy tangibly. I looked
high and
in
low,
town. I
left
looked
and
online, and the costs were extravagant. So I bought a digital copy of it.
Okay.
It was not available to rent. But if I could have bought it locally at a used shop, it would have cost $5.99. So I'm gonna base this on a $6 rating rather than a 10, even though I paid 10. I take that back. I paid 10, but I'm going to give it a $5.99 rating because if I could have bought a tangible copy, it wouldn't have cost that much, and I liked it $5.99 worth.
Out of $9.99.
Out of $9.99, I'm giving it a $5.99.
That's barely. That's like 10%. I mean,
That's
what do you?
But if I could have bought, but in perspective, if I could have bought a used copy of it for $5.99, I would give it a $5.99.
That doesn't make any sense. That makes
okay,
that.
Hold on.
You're
Yeah,
giving us a hard time
I'm
for our rating systems, and you're what? It doesn't make any sense. So
Let's go.
I'm giving it a 60%.
60.
Oh wow, that's lower than.
Yeah, what are you giving me grief for, Zeke? I feel like you've forgotten where
Give it
we've
a
come from.
51%.
Ah.
Well, you have. You clearly have. The last couple of weeks, you've been like, okay. But you've forgotten that we've seen all of the shit available to watch. And we went down the rabbit hole, and you had to clean that shit off the walls. And now you've just kind of blocked it out.
Your levels went
in
in
the
the red. So I have
You're
to,
trying to instigate me
We
there?
don't like you when you're angry.
I'm just. You guys have to remind me, by the way. Speaking of renting them online, I had to join Showtime on Amazon for 1 month free. Remind me in a month to cancel that. That's how I got.
Burke Hare?
That's how I got Burke Hare. Yeah.
Hey, cancel it right after this.
Why
Cancel it.
Why didn't you get it on? Why didn't you get it on iTunes? Rob spent $2.99 for it.
Oh,
$3.99.
I didn't know it was on iTunes. Oh shit. Well, I got it for free, and I just got to cancel Showtime, and I'm good. It's still free. You got to remind me, or it's going to show up on my credit card.
Nick, cancel it. I've reminded you. Okay.
Yeah, cancel that.
You know,
Tell me in 2 weeks. I got to catch up on Homeland. So tell me in 2 weeks.
we almost made it under an hour, but Zeke had to go freak out a couple of times.
Yeah, the time constraint is my fault.
Hey,
What?
I summed up the notes really.
You did really well.
Yeah, it was fucking funny too.
Jeez.
Tango and Cass's shit.
Zeke, what's the matter with you?
That was
Okay,
So-
we.
Rob, it is.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
okay.
we missed it. We missed.
Oh.
We didn't. We
I know.
We
I
gotta
know.
pick
I'm
something.
trying to explain.
coin flip.
Okay.
Coin
Okay. Everybody.
flip. We got a coin
Guys, everybody,
flip.
it's time for our new segment that everybody loves. It
I
tested
feel
very,
like this is premature
tested very well
because
in our focus groups. People love this segment. You're gonna love this segment. It's the best segment. I know all about best
feel like it's an
segments.
oxymoron
Believe
to use
me.
the word focus
Believe me.
and
I know
anything
everything
we're
about
involved with.
segments. Okay. All right. I don't want you to worry about it. I know about segments. Okay. So this is called. Is Nick picking? Or does Nick get to pick? I think is Nick picking?
No, he's not.
Wait. Yeah, I possibly can.
Zeke, you're not on board for the flip?
Oh, I mean, we can do the segment. That's fine. But my vote's always no.
Right,
Just keep that in mind.
What?
Wow. It's a real.
What?
You haven't done your homework.
I think okay. This is what I was thinking. I think until I watched all the movies, the coin flip is how it works with me. So every 3 podcasts, we do a coin flip. But I think by the next time I'll have watched all of them. But I'm just saying, for now, coin flip.
We'll do the flip. Nick,
All right.
Zeke will
do it.
survive. Anyway, so I think everyone gets the idea. I've got myself a 1971 silver dollar. Who's this guy on there? Is that Eisenhower? I don't know. Maybe
Eisenhower.
That's easy.
Eisenhower.
Ike.
Give me Ike. Eisenhower. I want an Eisen
like
doer.
Ike.
You know what I'm saying? Jeez, it was.
No, we'll see how much I like Ike in a moment.
Okay.
I get to call it.
Call it. Okay. You better. How are you going to call it in the air? You can't see me.
heads.
Do you want to call it now?
Say, well, I'm just going to call...
I guess it doesn't matter.
Actually, I'm going to call Tails. I'm going to call Tails, and you go ahead
There it
and
goes.
flip whenever.
It's flipped. It's smacked. It's tails. Tails. yeah.
Tails?
You win. Is Nick?
Yeah!
Is Nick picking? Nick's picking.
Ike sucks.
Yeah! Yeah! My first pick.
Look at how happy he is, Zeke. Doesn't that warm your heart? Look at the little guy. Aww. We made him so happy.
Oh, I feel so good right now. I feel so good. Okay,
Make it count.
And this is
I have 2 choices.
Who are you offering it to?
so.
Well, it's both of you guys.
No.
No, you offered.
So I would have been offering to Zeke, so
Well-
it goes to Zeke. Because I chose Burke and... No, he didn't let me choose
Okay.
it. Yeah, it was my... Yeah, so it goes to Zeke.
Yeah.
I thought the new rule was gonna be, it has to be movies that neither of
No,
us-
one, just
Okay,
one.
here-
Just,
I'm
No,
gonna-
it's
just
not-
one of us.
that's not
Just one
possible.
of us has to have not seen it.
Okay, so I have David Schofield. He played Fergus for An American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
Or David Heyman. He played Danny McTavish, and that would be for the newest updated version of Macbeth with Michael Fassbender.
Ugh.
I know.
Well, I think Zeke, you've seen American Werewolf, haven't you?
Those are my options right there.
Yeah, just two of them. Sorry.
Hang on, I'm gonna rub shit on your wall here, Rob. You have to clean something up.
You.
Well,
don't
have
dare.
you seen both of them?
I'm gonna pick American Werewolf.
You've
in
not seen
London.
it?
Have you seen it?
Oh, cool.
I have not.
Good choice.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome. Macbeth. By the way, to the listening audience, the updated version or the new one, it's really fucking good.
Okay.
I highly recommend
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna let you guys.
And I was just going along with the movie because Macbeth was in the movie, and I figured I'd throw Macbeth
Sure.
out there.
What's the actor's name?
Michael Fassbender and
Who'd you
No,
connect?
no, that we're connected.
Coltier. Oh, which
Who you
one?
connected from?
American Werewolf in London.
It's oh, sorry, microphone fell. It is David Schofield. He played Fergus. There's like 3 other people in Burke and Hare that were in American Werewolf in London, apparently, because American Werewolf was done by
Landy.
Uh,
Did this joke, Jonathan Landis. Okay, well, I hope you're happy because I really plumbed the depths. I'm gonna let you guys know what you missed out on. There's one called The Gray Zone, and that's about some Nazis of some sort. There was Around the World in The Gray Zone. And then there was Around the World in 80 Days. Yep, the one with Jackie Chan.
hell no.
I would have picked that.
Yeah, and
Hell
here's
no.
this next
I
one
would've
is the
done
one
it.
I was really gunning for. Hercules in the Haunted World.
Jesus.
The Woman, and that's about a feral woman or something. And then The Pool, some shitty horror movie. So I really had some good ones, Nick. I really did.
I am so thrilled
I'll
that
get
I
you
won.
next time.
Well, see, like now that yeah, exactly. Rob's
Yep,
just gonna
I
pick
hold
the next
grudges. I hold
one.
grudges.
So, like you'll
You're gonna
rue the
it.
day.
You're gonna rue it.
And also, Nick, you screwed up on your first time. You didn't even make it count. We have rules that you keep trying to change. You were supposed to say, Kalima, choose your death, and you didn't, which means that you start with a -1. So
Boy.
Well, I did my happy dance scream. Why can't that be? Why can't that be mine?
You lost track.
Why can't that be mine? I'm new to it. Why can't I add
It's
new
the
things?
way it's done, Nick.
Breaking
We have
it-
certain
breaking
rules
it
and
as you
decorum here, okay?
Obviously.
Kalima, choose your
There we go, all
death.
Totally
American
redeemed
Werewolf in
himself.
London.
Did he?
Sure.
It's one of my favorites. You guys are gonna love it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
Rob's seen it. Zeke, you're gonna love it.
We'll see.
Well,
I'm blowing my nose.
if it happens,
A pox on the phony werewolf of London.
huh?
I'm very thrilled to be able to get to throw these movies out.
Is he played by Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, Michael J. Fox is in it as a werewolf playing basketball. Yes. In
Well,
London.
Then I'll like it.
You're gonna hate it.
If Michael
really
J. Fox
good.
is in it, I'm gonna like it. If
It's
he's
really
not,
good.
I'm giving it a 0.01.
Take it easy. Okay, guys. What,
I would say top 10 favorite horror films. It's definitely up there.
Is it better than the Thing?
Oh no. Thing's up there now.
Is it better than They Live?
oh, you got me thinking about Halloween.
Yes.
But it is not.
But it's
It
different
is
genres.
not. Get out of
It's
here.
different genres.
Is it better than Bone Jangle?
No, certainly
I haven't
not
seen
Zeke.
Bojack.
Zeke,
Oh, get
it's
the fuck
really
out.
good. You've made a fine piece of cinema. All right,
All right, guys.
That part in the thing, by the way, with the defibrillator, blew my mind. I love that scene. That was badass.
Yep.
That is one of my favorite scenes of all time.
Good.
We'll see.
Well, you did see.
I like the defibrillator. It was good.
Okay, guys, enough.
I don't know. It was one of my favorite scenes.
Enough's enough.
but
We're
it was
done.
good.
We're done. We're done.
We're done.
All right.
I'm calling it. TOD.
Okay.
I learned that from Burke Hare.
Just,
Doctor.
I'm not saying it.
Doctor.
Nope.
Doctor.
Nope.
Doctor.
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 I hate
Doctor?
these. All right, everybody.
Doctor.
Remember,
Doctor.
don't
Doctor.
be
Doctor.
a sucker.
Doctor.
And thanks for listening.
Doctor.
Doctor. Okay, love you. Bye. The portions of today's broadcast that you actually enjoyed are brought to you in whole by...
Are you constantly at a loss for words? Being bettered by lesser men because of lagging vocabulary? It can be difficult to think of the right words at the right time, but we've got your back. Backside, that is. Say everything you want to say with a flaming bag of poo. Sayonara, shitbird, is all those pea-brains will hear as they step on that warm, mushy bundle of fire. If you've got an acquaintance that has poo magnet written all over them, then we've got the perfect ShytSak for you. Made from the finest buffalo scrotum tongue, this sack will give you the balls to nut up. Don't waste your tongue. Use your bum. Your shit will light the way to redemption. Sock it to 'em with your very own ShytSak today.